Shalom, and welcome back to day 39 of reading the Bible in 52 weeks. Woo! Lord, thank you so much for today. Please allow me to be present in your word today, so you can reveal your truth. Amen. Let's go. Today we'll be reading Numbers 13 through 15. The Lord spoke to Moses, "Send men to scout out the land of Canaan I am giving to the Israelites. Send one man who is the leader among them from each of their ancestral tribes." Moses sent them from the wilderness of Paran at the Lord's command. All the men were leaders in Israel. These were their names: Shemua, son of Zachar, from the tribe of Reuben; Shaphat, son of Hori, from the tribe of Simon; Caleb, son of Jephunneh, from the tribe of Judah; Igel, son of Joseph, from the tribe of Issachar; Hoshea, son of Nun, from the tribe of Ephraim; Patti, son of Raphu, from the tribe of Benjamin; Gadiel, son of Sadi, from the tribe of Zebulun; Gadi, son of Susi, from the tribe of Manasseh, from the tribe of Joseph; Amiel, son of Gimelel, from the tribe of Dan; Sethur, son of Michael, from the tribe of Asher; Nabi, son of Zophsi, from the tribe of Naphtali; Guel, son of Machi, from the tribe of Gad. These were the names of the men Moses sent to scout to the land, and Moses renamed Hoshea, son of Nun, Joshua. When Moses sent them to scout out the land of Canaan, he told them, "Go up this way to the Negev, then go up the hill country. See what the land is like, and whether the people who live there are strong or weak, few or many. Is the land they live in good or bad? Are the cities they live in encampments or fortifications? Is the land fertile or unproductive? Are there trees in it or not? Be courageous. Bring back some fruit from the land." It was the season for the first ripe grapes. So they went up and scouted out the land from the wilderness of Zin as far as Rehob, near the entrance of Hamath. They went up through the Navgau and came to Hebron, where Ahiman, Sheshai, and Ptolemy, the descendants of Anak, were living. Hebron was built 7 years before Zoan in Egypt. When they came to Eshcol Valley, they cut down a branch with a single cluster of grapes, which was carried on a pole by 2 men. They also took some pomegranates and figs. That place was called Eshcol Valley because of the cluster of grapes the Israelites cut there. At the end of the 40 days, they returned from scouting out the land. The men went back to Moses, Aaron, and the entire Israelite community in the wilderness of Paran at Kadesh. They brought back a report for them and the whole community, and they showed them the fruit of the land. They reported to Moses, "We went into the land where you sent us. Indeed, it was flowing with milk and honey, and here is some of its fruit. However, people living in the land are strong, and the cities are large and fortified." We also saw the descendants of Anak there. The Anakites are living in the land of Negev. The Hittites, Jebusites, and Amorites live in the hill country, and the Canaanites live by the sea along the Jordan. Then Caleb quieted the people in the presence of Moses and said, "Let's go up now and take possession of the land, because we can certainly conquer it." But the men who had gone up with responded, "We can't attack the people because they are stronger than we are." So they gave a negative report to the Israelites about the land they had scouted. "The land we passed through to explore is one of devours inhabitants, and all people saw in the men are great size. We even saw the Nephilim there. The descendants of Anak came from the Nephilim. To ourselves we seem like grasshoppers, and we must have seemed the same to them." Then the whole community broke into loud cries, and the people wept that night. All the Israelites complained about Moses and Aaron, and the whole community told them, "If only we had died in the land of Egypt, or if only we had died in this wilderness. Why is the Lord bringing us into the land to die by sword? Our wives and children become plunder. Wouldn't it be better for us to go back to Egypt?" So they said to one another, "Let's appoint a leader and go back to Egypt." Then Moses and Aaron fell face down in front of the whole assembly of the Israelites community. Joshua son of Nun and Caleb son of Jephunneh, who were among those who scattered out the land, tore their clothes, and said to the entire Israelite community, "The land we passed through and explored is an extremely good land. If the Lord is pleased with us, he will bring us into this land, a land flowing with milk and honey, and give it to us. Only don't rebel against the Lord, and don't be afraid of the people of the land, for we will devour them. Their protection has been removed from them, and the Lord is with us. Don't be afraid of them." While the whole community threatened to stone them, the glory of the Lord appeared to all the Israelites in the tent of the meeting. The Lord said to Moses, "How long will these people despise me? How long will they not trust in me, despite all the signs I have performed among them? I will strike them with a plague and destroy them. Then I will make you into a greater and mightier nation than you are." But Moses replied to the Lord, "The Egyptians will hear about it, for by your strength you brought up this people from them. They will tell it to the inhabitants of this land. They have heard that you, Lord, are among these people, how you, Lord, are seen face to face, how you cloud stands over them, and how you go before them in the pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. If you kill this people with a single blow, the nations that have heard of your fame will declare, since the Lord wasn't able to bring this people into the land he swore to give them, he has slaughtered them in the wilderness. So now, may my Lord's power be magnified just as you have spoken. The Lord is slow to anger and abundant in faithful love, forgiving cruelty and rebellion, but he will not leave the guilty unpunished, bringing the consequences of the father's iniquity on the children to the third and fourth generations. Please pardon the iniquity of the people in keeping with the greatness of your faithful love, just as you forgiven them from Egypt until now." The Lord responded, "I have pardoned them as you requested, yet as I live, as the whole earth is filled with the Lord's glory, none of the men who have seen my glory and the signs I performed in Egypt and in the wilderness, and have tested me 10 times and did not obey me, will ever see the land I swore to give their ancestors. None of those who have despised me will see it. But since my servant Caleb has a different spirit and has remained loyal to me, I will bring him into the land where he has gone, and his descendants will inherit it. Since the Amalekites and Canaanites are living in the lowlands, turn back tomorrow and head for the wilderness in the direction of the Red Sea." Then the Lord spoke to Moses and Aaron, "How long must I endure this evil community that keeps complaining about me? I have heard the Israelites complain that they make against me. Tell them, as I live, this is the Lord's declaration. I will do to you exactly as I heard you say. Your corpse will fall. Your corpse will fall. Your corpse will fall in this wilderness. All of you were registered in the census, the entire number of you 20 years old or more, because you have complained about me. I swear that none of you will enter the land I promised to settle you in, except Caleb son of Jephunneh and Joshua son of Nun. I will bring your children, whom you said would become plunder, into the land you rejected, and they will enjoy it. But as for you, your corpse will fall into this wilderness. Your children will be shepherds in the wilderness for 40 years and bear the penalty for your acts of unfaithfulness until all your corpse lies scattered in the wilderness. You will bear the consequences of your iniquities 40 years based on the number of the 40 days that you scattered the land, a year for each day. You will know my displeasure. I, the Lord, have spoken. I swear that I will do this to your entire evil community that has conspired against me. They will come to an end in the wilderness, and they will die." So the man Moses sent to scout out the land, and who returned and incited the entire community to complain about him by spreading a negative report about the land. Those men who spread the negative report about the land were struck down by the Lord. Only Joshua son of Nun and Caleb son of Jephunneh remained alive, and those men who went to scout remained alive of those men who went out to scout the lands. When Moses reported these words to all the Israelites, the people were overcome with grief. They got up early the next morning and went to the ridge of the hill country, saying, "Let's go to the place the Lord promised, for we were wrong." But Moses responded, "Why are you going against the Lord's command? It won't succeed. Don't go, because the Lord is not among you, and you will be defeated by your enemies. The Amalekites and Canaanites are right in front of you, and you will fall by the sword. The Lord won't be with you, since you have turned from following him." But they dared to go up the ridge of the hill country, even though the ark of the Lord's covenant and Moses did not leave the camp. Then the Amalekites and Canaanites who lived in that part of the hill country came down, attacked them, and routed them as far as Hormah. The Lord instructed Moses, "Speak to the Israelites and tell them, When you enter the land I am giving you to settle in, and you make a food offering to the Lord from the herd of flock, either a burnt offering or sacrifice, fulfill a vow, or as freewill offering, or at your appointed festivals, and produce a pleasing aroma for the Lord. The one presenting his offer to the Lord to present the grain offering of 2 quarts of fine flour mixed with a quart of oil. Prepare a quart of wine as a drink offering, with the burnt offering as a sacrifice of each lamb. If you prepare a grain offering with a ram, it is to be 4 quarts of fine flour mixed with 1/3 of a gallon of oil. Also present 1/3 of a gallon of wine for a drink offering as a pleasing aroma to the Lord. If you prepare a young bull as a burnt offering, or as a sacrifice to fulfill a vow, or as a fellowship offering to the Lord, a grain offering of 6 quarts of fine flour mixed with 2 quarts of oil is to be presented the bull. Also present 2 quarts of wine as a drink offering. It is a food offering, pleasing aroma to the Lord. This is to be done for each ox, ram, lamb, or goat. This is how you are to prepare each of them, no matter how many. Every Israelite is to prepare these things in the way that it presents a food offering to a pleasing aroma to the Lord. When an alien resides with you, or someone else is among you and who wants to prepare food offering as a pleasing aroma to the Lord, he is to do exactly as you do throughout your generations. The assembly is to have the same statute for both you and your resident alien as a permanent statute throughout your generation. You and the alien will be alike before the Lord. The same law and the same ordinance will apply to both you and the alien who resides with you. The Lord instructed Moses, "Speak to the Israelites and tell them, after you enter the land where I am bringing you, you are to offer a contribution to the Lord when you eat from the food of the land. You are to offer a loaf from the first batch of dough as a contribution. Offer it just like a contribution from the threshing floor. Throughout your generations, you are to give the Lord a contribution from the first batch of your dough. When you sin unintentionally and do not obey all these commands that the Lord spoke to Moses, all that the Lord has commanded you through Moses, from the day the Lord issued the commands and onward throughout your generations. And if it was done unintentionally without the community's awareness, the entire community is to prepare a young bull for a burnt offering as a pleasing aroma to the Lord, with a grain offering and drink offering according to the regulation, and 1 male goat as a sin offering. The priest will then make an anointment for the entire Israelite community so that they may be forgiven. For the sin was unintentional. They are to bring their offering, a food offering to the Lord, and their sin offering before the Lord for their unintentional sin. The entire Israelite community and the alien who resides among them will be forgiven, since it happened to all people unintentionally. If one person sins intentionally, he is to present a year-old female goat as a sin offering. The priest will then make an anointment before the Lord on behalf of one person who acts in error, sinning intentionally, and when he makes an anointment for him, he will be forgiven. You are to have the same law for the person who acts in error, whether he is an Israelite or an alien who resides among you. But the person who acts defiantly, whether negative or an alien or a resident alien, blasphemes the Lord, that person is to be cut off from his people. He will certainly be cut off because he has despised the Lord's word and broken his command. His guilt remains on him. While the Israelites were in the wilderness, they found a man gathering wood on the Sabbath day. Those who found him gathering wood brought him to Moses, Aaron, and the entire community. They placed him in custody because it had not been decided what he should be done to him. Then the Lord told Moses, "The man is to be put to death. The entire community is to stone him outside the camp." So the entire community brought him outside the camp and stoned him to death, as the Lord had commanded Moses. The Lord said to Moses, "Speak to the Israelites and tell them that throughout their generations they are to make tassels for the corners of their garments and put a blue cord on the tassel at each corner. These will serve as tassels as you look at it, so that you may remember all the Lord's commands and obey them, and not prostitute yourselves for following your own heart and your own eyes. This way you remember and obey all my commands and be holy to your God. I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am the Lord your God." Okay, I will see y'all tomorrow for day 40.